You're standing on the deck of a small research boat in the middle of the Baltic Sea. Below you, 90 meters down, sits something that still won't let go of people's imaginations. In June 2011, a Swedish team called Ocean X swept the seafloor with sonar. What came back looked like a giant circle, resting at the end of a smooth 200-meter track, like something had slid into place and stopped. Was the Baltic Sea anomaly ever really solved? That question has followed this object for over a decade. At first, nobody wanted to touch it. Divers working near the site said their equipment cut out. Cameras failed without warning. A satellite phone stopped working, then started again the moment the boat moved away. Peter Lindbergh, one of the team's founders, called it the strangest thing he had ever filmed. The internet did the rest. Within weeks, the shape was being compared to the Millennium Falcon. Newspapers ran headlines about a crashed spacecraft. Somewhere between a blurry sonar image and a tabloid front page, a rock formation became a UFO. Then the scientists arrived. Geologist Volker Bruckert of Stockholm University tested rock fragments recovered near the site. The results were almost disappointing. Granite, gneiss, sandstone, ordinary stone, the kind glaciers dragged across this exact stretch of seabed roughly 11,000 years ago, when the ice sheets burying northern Europe finally began to melt. A 2024 mapping study of the Baltic's glacial terrain confirmed the seafloor here is scattered with strange, natural formations that can fool sonar into showing shapes that were never really there. Case closed. Or so it seemed, because one detail never fit. A single fragment recovered from the site carried burned organic residue fused into its surface. No lab has ever classified what caused it. And here's the part almost nobody talks about. Every sample ever tested came from debris scattered near the object. Not one core sample has ever been drilled from the structure itself. The circle at the center of the original sonar image, the thing that started this whole mystery, has never actually been touched. Think about that for a second. Over a decade of headlines, documentaries, expeditions, and the one piece of evidence that would end the debate for good still sits at the bottom of the sea, unexamined. Researchers have gone back more than once. A 2025 expedition brought in underwater drones and multi-beam sonar, hoping for a clean, three-dimensional picture. The imagery got sharper. The debate didn't. Skeptics point to pareidolia, the same instinct that makes you see faces in clouds, and note that murky water and outdated sonar can turn an ordinary boulder into something that looks carved by hand. Believers point to the track leading up to the object, the equipment failures, the residue nobody can explain, and ask a simple question. If this is just a rock, why has no one ever drilled into it and settled things for good? So was the Baltic Sea anomaly ever solved? Mostly yes. The material surrounding it is glacial. The shape is very likely explainable by geology, not extraterrestrials, but mostly isn't the same as completely. Until someone takes a sample from the object itself, one door stays open. Somewhere at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, 90 meters down, the answer is still waiting. And maybe that's the real reason this story hasn't died in 14 years. Not because it's unexplained, because it's almost explained. And almost is the kind of answer that keeps you up at night.